Hey warrior, in a world that constantly pushes us to run faster, climb higher, and fight harder for every inch of progress, it's easy to believe that only the restless succeed. Society shouts in our ears, telling us that success belongs only to those who burn themselves out chasing their dreams. But here's a thought. What if this belief is the very reason many never truly find peace or fulfillment? What if the ancient Stoics had already unlocked a secret far more powerful than endless hustle? Imagine for a moment that the real path to manifesting everything you desire isn't frantic action, but rather the profound peace of letting go. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, wrote in his private journal, "Confine yourself to the present." He knew that when we stop fighting against life's current and instead learn to flow with it, miracles quietly begin to unfold. The Stoics weren't passive dreamers. No, they were warriors who conquered through wisdom, not through force. Think about water for a moment. It never wastes its strength crashing endlessly against the rocks. Instead, it flows around them, over them, through them, until it shapes the entire landscape itself. This is the power of relaxed intention, the ability to hold your desires gently while trusting the natural order to bring them to life. When you cling desperately to your goals, when your grip is so tight your knuckles turn white, you're actually pushing away the very thing you crave most. Anxiety builds resistance, and resistance blocks the flow of abundance. The Stoics knew our desperation often becomes the largest obstacle between us and our dreams. But here's the beauty. When you relax into your desires, when you trust the rhythm of life, you become magnetic to opportunity. You start noticing doors that were always open, but invisible to your stressed mind. And right here, at this very moment, you have a choice. Keep pushing with force or start pulling with wisdom. Because once you master this shift, you'll never look at success the same way again. You begin attracting the right people, the perfect circumstances, and the resources you need, not through brute force, but through a calm confidence that tells the universe, I am ready to receive. This isn't laziness. This isn't giving up on your dreams. No, this is discovering the difference between effortless action and exhausting struggle. It's learning to plant seeds with clear intention, and then trusting the soil, the rain, and the sun to do their work. The Stoics had a name for this, amor fati, the love of fate. It's the deep acceptance that everything unfolds exactly as it should, even when it doesn't match your plans. And here's the twist. Often, it turns out even better than you imagined. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 profound Stoic principles that can completely transform how you approach manifestation. These are not vague theories. They are ancient, battle-tested wisdom, proven through thousands of years of human experience. Each one will teach you how to release the tension blocking your blessings and step into a flow state where miracles feel normal. But before we dive in, I need you to make a small commitment. Hit that like button. Yes, right now. It tells me you're ready for transformation. If this message already speaks to your soul, anchor it by typing this in the comments. When I relax, life flows to me. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, because sometimes one message can shift the course of a person's life. Subscribe, because what we're starting today is only the beginning. And remember, don't skip ahead. Every word you're about to hear is a piece of the puzzle. Miss one piece, and the picture won't be complete. Number 1, the art of detached desire. Here's the paradox that drives so many people insane. The more desperately you want something, the more it seems to slip away. But the Stoics discovered a truth that modern psychology is only now beginning to understand. Epictetus, who rose from slavery to become one of history's greatest philosophers, taught, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This isn't about killing your dreams. No, it's about understanding the difference between wanting something and needing it. When you need it, you create desperation. When you want it, but are genuinely okay without it, you create magnetism. Think about the people in your life who effortlessly attract what they want. They're not the ones constantly complaining about their lack or throwing desperate affirmations into the void. They hold their desires lightly, like a butterfly resting on the palm. They want beauty, but they don't make their happiness depend on it arriving on schedule. The Stoics called this preferred indifference. Yes, you prefer to have success, love, abundance, but your inner peace doesn't depend on them. Your happiness isn't hostage to external circumstances, and this creates a powerful energy, the kind that draws opportunities toward you, because people and the universe itself are drawn to those who are not needy. When you master detached desire, you stop sending out the repelling energy of desperation. You operate from abundance. Before the abundance has even arrived, you make decisions from confidence, not fear, and confident decisions almost always lead to better outcomes. The real magic happens when you can say, I would love for this to happen. I'm taking inspired action toward it, but I'm okay if it doesn't happen exactly as I imagine. That's not giving up. That's growing up. That's trusting that the universe often has something better than what you can currently see. Practice this today. Hold your biggest desire in your mind. Take a deep breath and say, this or something better. Feel how that releases the pressure and opens infinite possibilities. I desire with peace, not desperation. Let that truth sink in. Number 2. Present moment magnetism. Your mind is probably living everywhere except the only place where your power truly exists, right here, right now. Most people spend their days drifting between a future that hasn't happened yet, or replaying a past they cannot change. But the Stoics understood something profound. All manifestation happens in the present moment, and when you're not here, you miss the magic. Seneca wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This isn't just poetry. It's practical magic. When your consciousness is fully present, you see opportunities your scattered mind would overlook. You catch the casual comment that leads to your big break. You feel that subtle nudge to take a different route home, where you meet exactly the right person at exactly the right time. Here's the secret most don't realize. Presence isn't just awareness. It's energy. When you're truly here, you operate at your highest vibration. You're not weighed down by past regrets or future fears. You're radiating pure potential, and that energy is magnetic. It draws people, chances, and resources toward you. Think of the most magnetic people you know. They're not endlessly checking their phones or talking about what they'll do someday. They're the ones who look you in the eyes when you speak. They make you feel like you're the only person in the room. That is presence. The beautiful irony, when you stop obsessing over the future, you actually create a better one. When you stop running from this moment, it becomes the launch pad for everything you've dreamed of. Your breath is your anchor, so when your mind starts wandering into what if or if only, come back. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice 3 things you can see, hear, or touch right now. This isn't meditation. This is manifestation in action. The present moment isn't just where you live, it's where you create. Stop waiting in the lobby of your own life and step into the room where the miracles are already happening. Number 3. The wisdom of accepted resistance. Life will throw obstacles at you. Not maybe, not sometimes, always. But here's the difference between those who manifest their dreams and those who stay stuck. It's not the obstacle itself, it's how you relate to it. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, betrayal. Yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't just poetic language. It's a survival code. When you stop fighting reality and start dancing with it, resistance becomes your greatest ally. Most people see an obstacle and immediately think the universe is against them. They take it personally, lose motivation, and give up. But what if? Every challenge was actually the universe preparing you, sharpening you, strengthening you for exactly what you've been asking for. Think about the oyster and the pearl. That tiny irritation of sand doesn't destroy it. It creates something priceless. Your struggles are not punishments. They are invitations to grow into the person who can handle the life you want. When you accept resistance instead of resenting it, magic happens. You stop wasting energy on why me and start using that energy to move forward. You become like water again, flexible, persistent, unstoppable. This doesn't mean passivity. It means inspired action instead of desperate action. Respond instead of react. Ask yourself, how is this actually serving my highest good? What lesson is here for me? How will this make me stronger for what's ahead? Sometimes the delay is protection. Sometimes the detour is the shortcut in disguise. And sometimes the no you hear is clearing the path for a much bigger yes. Trust the process, even when you can't see the whole picture, because from where the universe stands, it all makes perfect sense. I grow stronger through resistance, not weaker. Let that be your truth. Number 4, the power of inner authority. Here's a truth that can set you free. You've been handing your power away to people, to situations, to outcomes. And that's why your dreams feel so far out of reach. The Stoics knew true manifestation begins the moment you reclaim your inner authority and stop letting the external world dictate your inner state. Epictetus taught, no one can hurt you without your permission. And this goes far deeper than emotional resilience. It's about recognizing where your real power lives. Every time you say, I can't be happy until, or I'll feel successful when, you're basically giving the keys to your kingdom to something outside yourself. Think about how exhausting that is. Your mood rises and falls with other people's opinions. Your confidence shifts with your bank account. Your sense of worth hangs on someone else's approval. That's not freedom, that's being a puppet. And life is pulling your strings. But when you reclaim your inner authority, everything changes. You understand that peace, joy, abundance, these are decisions, not conditions. It's not that you stop caring about results. You just stop making results responsible for your happiness. And here's the magic. When you're already whole inside, you stop chasing from lack and start creating from power. Your decisions become bolder. Your actions become more aligned. People sense this strength, and they're drawn to it. Opportunities start seeking you. So before you check your phone, your bank balance, your social media, check in with yourself. Ask, how do I choose to feel right now, regardless of what's happening outside? Because the outer world will always mirror the inner world. Change the inside, and the outside has no choice but to follow. I am the author of my own experience. Say it like you mean it. Number 5, the art of strategic non-action. It might sound strange, but sometimes the most powerful move is no move at all. The Stoics understood something our hyperactive culture has forgotten. There's a profound difference between being busy and being effective, between motion and progress, between forced action and aligned action. Lao Tzu, whose philosophy influenced Stoic thought, taught, the sage does not attempt anything very big and thus achieves greatness. Sometimes, the biggest breakthrough doesn't come from doing more, but from having the wisdom to do less. We live in a world that worships constant hustle, but much of this hustle is just anxiety wearing a productivity mask. We keep moving because stillness feels uncomfortable. We keep pushing because we're afraid if we stop, everything will fall apart. But this frantic energy often pushes away the very thing we're trying to attract. Strategic non-action isn't laziness. It's confidence. It's knowing when you've done your part, and then stepping back to let the process unfold. It's understanding when to plant the seed and when to leave it buried in the dark, letting the soil, the rain, and time do their work. Think of a master chess player. They don't make moves just to keep moving. They wait, watch, and strike when the timing is perfect. Their patience is their power. When you master this, You stop wasting energy on busy work. You start trusting your intuition about when to act and when to be still. And sometimes, the universe just needs space to deliver what you've asked for. So this week, give yourself permission to say, "I'll wait," because stillness isn't the absence of progress, it's the preparation for it. Number 6. Gratitude as a manifesting force. Most people think gratitude is just about being polite or staying positive, but the Stoics understood something far deeper. Gratitude is one of the most powerful manifesting forces in the universe. When you truly appreciate what you already have, you create a magnetic field that draws even more abundance into your life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and recognize that the wrongdoer's nature is related to my own.'" Even in acknowledging human flaws, he found reasons for understanding and gratitude. Here's what happens energetically. Gratitude shifts you from scarcity to abundance. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you celebrate what's here. Instead of radiating lack, you radiate fullness. And no, this isn't fake positivity. True Stoic gratitude sees reality clearly, yet chooses to focus on what's working rather than what's broken. It's appreciating your challenges for making you stronger, your struggles for teaching you wisdom, your setbacks for redirecting you towards something better. When you start and end your day with gratitude, you train your mind to look for blessings, and the more blessings you notice, the more blessings you attract. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's an action. Speak it, write it, show it. Thank the people who matter. Appreciate the small kindnesses. Notice the beauty hiding in ordinary moments, because gratitude turns what you have into enough, and enough is always the foundation for more. Number 7. The strength of emotional sovereignty. Your emotions are not happening to you. They are being created by you. This single realization has the power to transform your entire life. Yet most people hand over their emotional state to circumstances, to other people, to random events they can't control. Seneca taught, "Every new thing excites the mind, but a mind that seeks truth turns from the new and unknown to the eternal and divine." Your emotional reactions are choices, not destiny. Two people can face the same rejection, the same setback, the same disappointment. One person collapses and stays stuck for months. The other feels it fully, learns from it, and uses it as fuel. The difference isn't in the challenge. It's in emotional sovereignty. And no, this doesn't mean you suppress your feelings or fake happiness. It means you feel deeply, but refuse to let those feelings drive the car of your life. You can acknowledge anger without becoming destructive. You can honor sadness without drowning in it. You can feel fear without letting it chain you down. When you master this, your emotions become your creative fuel. You can choose peace in chaos and attract peaceful circumstances. You can find joy in the darkest times and magnetize joy back to you. So when a strong emotion hits, pause and ask, what is this feeling trying to teach me? How can I use its energy constructively? Remember, your emotions are messengers, not masters. They are meant to inform your path, not control it. My emotions exist, but they do not control me. Let that be your shield and your power. Number 8, the philosophy of enough. In a world that screams more, the Stoics discovered a quiet revolution. Enough is not about quantity. It's about your relationship with what you already have. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." This wasn't from someone unfamiliar with luxury. It came from a man who had it all, and still understood that true abundance is an inner state. The philosophy of enough doesn't mean giving up on your dreams or settling for less. It means knowing that your joy and worth aren't dependent on constant accumulation. Here's the paradox. When you truly feel you have enough, you stop chasing from desperation. and start attracting from abundance, and abundance always calls in more abundance. The most attractive energy in the world is contentment, not complacency. Contentment, the deep knowing that you are already whole, already valuable, already complete, right now. From that place, you can chase your goals with excitement, not fear. You can welcome opportunities without clinging to them. Tonight, before you sleep, count your riches, not just the material ones. Count your health, your relationships, your experiences, your lessons learned. Let yourself feel rich in every way, because when the universe sees you appreciating the life you already have, it will trust you with more. I am enough, and from that truth I attract everything I need. Number 9. The courage of authentic expression. One of the biggest blocks to manifestation is living a life that isn't truly yours. When you're constantly trying to be who others expect you to be. When you hide your real thoughts and feelings. When you wear roles that don't fit your soul. You create an inner resistance that blocks the flow of your desires. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself how much trouble he avoids who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does. Authenticity isn't just about personal freedom. It's a magnet for what's meant for you. Because when you're pretending, you're lying to the universe about who you are. How can life deliver what's truly yours if you're not showing your true self? Authentic expression doesn't mean being harsh or inconsiderate. It means speaking your truth with kindness, following what genuinely excites you, and making decisions based on your values, not someone else's expectations. The beauty of authenticity is this: it naturally attracts what belongs in your life and pushes away what doesn't. But it takes courage, because living authentically means some people won't understand you. Some opportunities will no longer be for you, and some paths you thought you wanted might fall away. That's not loss, that's liberation. Because your true self is the only self that can build a life that actually satisfies your soul. So today, in just one conversation, tell the truth about how you really feel. In one decision, choose what you truly want, not what you should want. Notice how your energy shifts and how life responds. I choose to live as my truest self, and in doing so, I attract what's truly mine. Number 10. Trust in divine timing. The final, and maybe the most profound, Stoic principle for manifestation is knowing that everything unfolds exactly when it's meant to, not when you think it should. This isn't passive waiting, it's active trust in the intelligence of the universe. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together." The Stoics believed in a purposeful, ordered universe, where every event, even the difficult ones, serves a greater plan. Impatience is often your biggest enemy in manifestation. When you demand your dreams on your timeline, you resist the natural flow of life. You overlook other opportunities or reject blessings simply because they don't look like what you ordered. But when you trust divine timing, you relax into a rhythm that's bigger, wiser, and kinder than your own plans. Delays become protection. Detours become the hidden scenic routes, and not yet turns into the perfect arrival. Think back. How many of your greatest blessings came exactly when you expected them? Probably very few. Most showed up as surprises, at the wrong time, yet ended up being right. This doesn't mean you stop taking action. It means you take inspired action, and then release the outcome. You work with dedication, but hold your dreams lightly, knowing the universe has a better view of the whole picture. When you trust in divine timing, you stop burning yourself out trying to control the uncontrollable. You start noticing the beauty in the moment you're in, and the miracles already unfolding. The Stoics understood, manifestation isn't about forcing the world to match your will. It's about becoming the kind of person who's ready for the gifts life is preparing for you. I relax, I trust, I receive. Let that be the way you live. Starting now.